guys, hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, my name's Lucy and I run a small business called Lulu's Crochet and More down in Devon. And if you are a returning subscriber, hi, nice to see you again. It's just a little video today. It is Easter weekend, in fact it's Easter Sunday, and we are getting ready to go and do things. So I thought I'd quickly hop on. Chris took the kids out this morning, so I had a little moment to make some things. Excuse my hair, I had it cut and I still can't quite figure out what on earth to do with it, but anyway, ignore that. So I made a couple of things during the week. In fact, I had an order from the lovely Samantha, who very kindly gifted me that crochet hook. Sorry, there was a blackbird in the garden, I got distracted. Anyway, so I've made a couple of Vera the Voodoo doll. You may have seen my reel on TikTok or on Instagram. Same handle on both, so Lulu's Crochet and More if you do want to follow me on either of those. So the original that you would have seen in one of my previous videos was this guy, and I went on and made these two, and then Samantha ordered this one. Aren't they cute? They're just cute. They do, however, work up in different sizes. Sorry, my daughter's playing the piano if you can hear background noise. So they're all using the same yarn and the same hook, but the patterned yarn, the new patterned yarn, or the old patterned yarn, depending on how you think about it, works up smaller. But they're just cute. They look like a little family. So I'm going to have to make another one to replace the one that Samantha's bought, so I can still have my little voodoo family. Yeah, they're going through some things at the minute. They need a bit of time apart. And then I decided to do some more pattern testing because I have still got 6 weeks odd until my next market, and I've mentioned so many times about doing a new cowl pattern, and I was watching, I'm going to get it wrong now, Loops and Knots Crochet, and she showed a cow, so I then had to make the cow. Look at him, isn't he cute? Obviously he needs to go through his testing. I would do it differently in the future though, so I think I'm going to make it again how I'd make it going forward, and this guy will just be this guy. So you can add brown detail to the tail. I'm not doing that. And it's low sew, so the only thing that you need to sew on are the legs, but I think you could probably crochet them in. So that's what I want to do going forward, and then it will be nice and simple. But he's got his little patches, he's got his little glitter eyes in, the ears are crocheted in, and what I always do, same with Vera, is when I am crocheting anything and I leave a long tail so that I can then go back and reinforce it, just so I'm confident that nothing's going to rip, basically. So yeah, so this is oh, I want to Cooper, I think Cooper the cow and Ribbler. Yeah, very cute. Didn't take very long, maybe like an hour, but it's the sewing, and we all know how I feel about sewing. So like I said, going forward I will crochet the legs in, but I've run out of white so I can't make any more. But yeah, so there is Cooper, very cute, and there is a Highland cow modification as well included, so that will be something for another day once I can figure out how to do the hair safely in my way of crocheting. Did that make sense? Probably not. Anyway, I only have one more thing to show you. I made this guy this morning while the kids were out, and I love it, and Isabella has already said that I need to now make a little range. It's a little macaroon with little legs. Obviously it is modelled after a very popular soft toy brand, but it's just, I mean, look at it. I need to give him a little smile, and obviously he's going to have to go through testing for his little leggies. I could probably use due diligence because I've made so many small things with, you know, all of the bits, but just because it's only over 2 stitches, even though I've gone through and reinforced it, I do want to test the legs, so he will be a little sacrifice. Sorry, or maybe not him, maybe I'll make another one and leave the eyes out and do that one instead. I might do that, because I don't like wasting the eyes. That's why when I do my testing, most of my toys don't have eyes, because I hate wasting them if I don't need to. Because obviously, you know, if I decided I didn't want to use the safety eyes, I could sew the eyes on instead. Not on the ones I've tested, obviously, just going forward. And all my eyes are tested, so every time I get a new lot or I get a new yarn, I retest them, which is how we know that these eyes didn't work with the Yummy yarn. Although I would like to try that again. And how I know that these sinker eyes are safe, because I tested them on this. I'm pointing at the spider that you probably can't see on the spider that we talked about last time. So that's using due diligence. I know that those eyes are safe. This is Flutterby. I only use these eyes at the moment with Flutterby. I have got a pair ready to test on Woolen's Bunny Baby, and I need to test it on Yummy at some point. But I want to get some different sizes of eyes next month, so I think I might just have a day of making like animal heads and testing eyes at some point going forward, just so that I am happy going forward. So I want to get smaller Macunia eyes, the Sinker glitter eyes, these ones, because I really like how they've redesigned these. These are the 3D ones. They are certified. It took me ages to find the little number. It's like I can't remember what it's called. I always want to say like IBN, but I don't think that's right. It might be right. I think that's on a book. IBSN, maybe. Anyway, yeah, it took ages to find the number. I had to open it on my phone and on my laptop. It was weird. I could see it on one and not on the other. So I was like doubting myself and going back and forth. And I think I actually spent about 3 hours looking at these stupid eyes before, you know, being like, yes, that's definitely the ones, because the ones that I used to use have been discontinued, but I prefer the new ones, so that works out well for me. I've still got a couple of the old pairs, so I will use them in something at some point, but I'm happy, very happy with the new ones. Same with Tactile. I really like I think these are, what are you? I think they're 12mm. It might be 14. No, I'm sure they're 12. So I want to get some 10s. I don't think I want to do 8s. I think I'm happy with just slightly smaller. But yeah, so that's the next step forward, shall we say. Anything else I need to say looking around? I'm hoping the smaller Macunia eyes would pass in like my toadstools, that way. Toadstool and Sitting Bee. And then I also want to get some bigger Tactile craft eyes to go in like the Yummy Bee. So yeah, so that's the thought behind it all. I want to make some more of these guys, definitely. Took longer than I thought it would, given the size of him, but I might make another one in Yummy and see what size that comes out. But yeah, that's where I am right now. Gonna get ready to go out. We're gonna go down to a little car boot and have a look. It's a beautiful day. The kids, like I said, have already been out this morning. They've been and played football with Chris, a bit of basketball, and I made a macaroni and watched a bit of YouTube. Iz and I went and saw her dance teacher in her Legally Blonde performance yesterday, which was really, really good, really fun. Long way to get there, so it was a long day, but we went out for lunch and it was just nice to spend some time with her, so that was great. And it's just been the holidays and the usual work-life balance. So yeah, I don't know whether I'll have a video out next week. I've got quite a lot on, but if I do manage to get anything made, I will of course jump on and show you, or it will be on TikTok, or it will be on Instagram. I do need to get a new safety eye tool. I don't know if you saw that. I've thrown them away now, so I can't show you, but I managed to break 2 more putting the eyes in the cow. So when I ordered them, I thought I was only getting 1 and I ended up getting 6, and I've broken 3. And when I was putting them in the cow, I actually had doubled them up so it was thicker, thinking that would do it. No, snap. So I need to order a new eye tool, either a metal one or a really thick acrylic one. Tactile Crafts do one, so I probably will order that when I get my eyes. I can't find my spare tools. I know I've got 3. I don't know where they are. they're somewhere. But maybe if I have them as a 3, they won't snap. So we'll see. But anyway, I managed to get these guys on using a set of jewelry pliers. So I put the stem in between, like, so this is gonna look so wrong, but the stem of the pliers was like that, and that was the eye of the stem of the eye, if that makes any sense. And then just kind of put the weight on, and that worked, and they popped right on there on like the row 3 of the eye. So that went really well, but it hurts. So yes, safety eye tool going forward. But anyway, I hope that you have all had a nice Easter break, and that you managed to get some sun where you are, and that you have a lovely day and enjoy the rest of the holidays. And I'll catch you guys soon. Take care. Bye.